Well, very good morning, Dirtfish friends. It is the start of Friday morning, a proper day ahead of us here at Rally Sweden. We have 7 stages, 108, very nearly 108 competitive kilometres. It's going to be a testing day. Have a look at this weather. It really is quite damp in the air this morning. Round about 0 degrees. Yes, it's foggy. We're expecting snow, but we're not entirely sure when that snow is going to come and cause potentially problems for all of our drivers. But let's have a look around. What we do know is that Thierry Neuville, first on the roads, could have 1 or 2 issues out there this morning. Is this dampness perhaps going to help a little bit? Let's take a look at some of this. Let's take a look here, Elliot. Come here, look at this snow. So this snow here with the dampness kind of compacts it a little bit. Not enough though. Not enough, I don't think, to help Thierry Neuville. I think he will still very much struggle out there this morning. We'll grab a very, very, very quick word. We know he looks very busy with Thierry. Thierry, what are you hearing about the conditions out there this morning? This dampness maybe isn't quite what we were expecting.
Oh, that's for sure. Not what we were hoping for.
It doesn't help you at all, this dampness in the air and this little bit of drizzle almost.
No, I don't think so, but anyhow, we're gonna find out soon.
Are we expecting it to start snowing properly at some point?
Yeah, soon.
So it's all about discipline this morning, keeping it neat and tidy and seeing what happens, I guess.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, I mean, in our position, it's just like having a trouble-free and faultless rally. And then we see.
Can't do anything else. Best of luck out there this morning, Thierry. He can't really do much else out there, Thierry Neuville, that is for sure. He's got to do his own, play his own game, drive his own rally and see really what happens to those around him. He is very much watching what happens with this man here and then obviously with Oyt Tanak as well, because those are the guys that they need to be looking at in terms of points. If they finish 6th, 7th and 8th, well, it doesn't really matter. It's whoever finishes 6th that will be taking the honours in that battle for the championship. That isn't going to happen. Let's have a quick word with Elvin. Looking very, very, just a very quick word to Elvin this morning. This weather isn't really what we were hoping for or expecting. Doesn't help you guys.
I guess no, I don't really know, to be honest. Let's see what it's like.
Is it possible just to isolate that battle between you and Thierry and Oyt and say, well, I don't care what happens in front of us. It's those two that I'm concentrating on.
Well, definitely to a point, yes. Of course, we always want to win, but yeah, realistically, it's probably going to be difficult if the conditions are as we expect.
Listen, best of luck out there, Elvin. Elvin Evans, we know. Listen, we remember back to 20. What's my memory fades? 2020, and that unbelievable victory. He was so quick, so quick here in Sweden, and so confident. And that is the kind of feeling Elvin will be trying to find out there today. Not easy being second on the road. You'd rather be second clearly than first, but not easy being second on the road out here. It is an interesting loop of stages. The Brackby stage, little bit more technical, more bumpy and twisty than perhaps the other stages. The other stages are a little faster, a little more flowing than this one. And let's have a little look in the back of the car. 1 spare tyre. Punctures were an issue last year, they really were. But on the second pass, it'll be interesting to see second pass whether they go for 1 or 2 spares. Now, we're waiting for other cars to turn up. They might be a bit further down the road. We will be back with you very, very shortly. Okay, Oyt Tanak, the third of our battling trio for the championship this year. As I say, let's isolate the battles out here this weekend. We have a battle for the win, probably between Rovanperä, Lappi. Maybe Katsuta might get himself into that fight. Who knows? Adrian Formeau might get there as well. The 3 at the front, though, it's a battle within a battle, isn't it? You're looking for championship points, maximising championship points this year. And then we've got that extra dynamic with the new point system on Sunday as well. There's a lot to look out for out here this weekend. Now, good morning to you. He's an athlete. He's up for it, isn't he? A very quick word with Oyt Tanak. We just want to check. Having a little chat with Katsuta-san. Oyt, a very good morning. How are you feeling this morning? How are the crown jewels? Everything okay there? You gave us the best line of the year so far last night. It was a little bit of an uncomfortable ride for you. Everything feeling fine this morning?
Yeah, all okay.
What about this weather though, Oyt? Maybe not what we were expecting. How difficult does this murkiness make it to see the definition in the road?
No, it's not too bad. Seems a bit humid, but visibility seems okay.
After the run last night, were you happy with the way the car was feeling, the balance? I know it was only 5Ks, but were you happy with that?
I don't know. It was a very different, unique stage, so nothing like proper stages.
Listen, best of luck today.
Thank you.
Oh, he's up for it, isn't he, the Warrior? Are we going to see a Warrior-esque performance? The problem White's got here, and he said it before, starting this rally almost every year for the past 3 or 4 years in a different car. Just getting to learn the car, to know the car, takes a little while. Now, we'll see a lot of this over the course of the weekend. We'll see a lot of, quarter damage, rear quarter, front quarter, as they tap in or touch into those snowbanks. It rips the bodywork off. We see the bumpers going, we see the rear, the wheel arches going. Some of the cars can look incredibly battered by the end of a loop of stages. Let's go and have a word with... where is Adrian? Adrian's gone for a little wander. We'll get a word with Adrian in a second, just watching out, warming up. Have to say, it is not so cold. It is not so cold out here this morning, hovering round about 0 degrees. These wonderful Breenies, as we're calling them, this weekend that the Hyundai guys are wearing, the Craig Breen beanies, now known as a Breenie. So it would be great to be able to buy those, wouldn't it? I bet you we can buy those. Buy them on the Hyundai store. Have a look, I'm sure. I'll try and get some details of that for you all later on, but I would like one, and it'd be really nice if the profits from that were going to the Craig Breen Foundation, wouldn't it? I'm sure that's been thought about as well. Again, a little reminder, if you haven't seen our little Bratby video that we've made from here, from Bratby, of that incredible performance from Craig in the Bratby stage last year, take a look on our YouTube channel. It is there for you to have a look at. Well worth a 15-minute watch. Let's have a little quick word. We don't want to interrupt, Adrian. You're doing your... I can't do those neck exercises because I've got a dodgy neck. Adrian, how are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling well. Really looking forward to do the 3 stages. It's raining a little bit this morning. It's weird, but we'll see. Some snow is expected, so...
You're looking and sounding incredibly confident. I mean, yesterday we saw a great time in Shakedown, a really positive start last night as well. Can you feel that level of confidence and ability growing?
Well, I think I already told you that I'm much more comfortable on gravel. Yeah. And snow is much more similar than tarmac, so yes, for sure I feel more comfortable on the surface than tarmac. So yeah, but I don't want to get too much confidence because the snowbanks are there and he can catch you.
Listen, best of luck today. That's what today's all about. It's about discipline. We know that Adrian's got the speed. He knows that as well. But it's about that discipline of putting those stage times together. And he looks really, really strong. The car also looks really strong. Let's go have a word with Aaron. We've not talked to many co-drivers. Taka's doing his job with his extra bit of notes. Morning, Aaron. Not nice conditions this morning.
Yeah, it's okay. Livens it up a bit, so...
It does liven it up a wee bit. And we're expecting some snow later on. I guess as a co-driver, it doesn't make your job any more difficult, but from the driver's side, with snow coming down 200 kilometres an hour, it can't be easy.
No, for sure it can't be easy, and especially here with so many long straights, and if you're getting snow blind and when it gets dark later on, it can be pretty difficult, I would say.
You feeling good though? You enjoy these events?
Yeah, I still love the snow. Okay, I've done maybe 10 or 12 winter rallies now, but it's still a nice experience, and yeah, it's probably one of my favourite surfaces.
That's because you guys go so well here as well. Best of luck this weekend. I really think that if it comes together for Katsuta-san and Aaron this weekend, we might see something very, very special. Let's wait and see though. Let's not put any pressure on them. But as I say, I reckon we're watching 2 fights. We're watching that fight between our 3 title protagonists, between Evans, between Tanak, between Neuville, and then we're watching I think the battle for the win, and that will be Rovanperä, that will be Esa-Pekka Lappi, that could well be Katsuta-san in amongst those 3. We'll have to wait and see how it all goes. Look at this. Look, I'm disappearing. Look how soft this is. Disappearing. And I'm not the weight of an elephant. I am kind of, Right. Oh, this is the world's greatest rally photographer, Colin McMaster. Colin McMaster, he really is. Morning, Collie boy. From a photographer's point of view, okay, this morning's not great, but it looks like there's the potential for some great pictures out there.
There is. It's pretty dark. We've got a car coming, so get out of the way. It's called Subject Isolation Collie. You don't see the background.
Is that right? So is that a bit tricky? But if the sun comes out, we get a bit of sun, the snow on the trees, it could be just gorgeous, couldn't it?
Absolutely. So I'll see you Saturday, Sunday for that.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, we're expecting some really classic winter conditions here. Sunday down to maybe minus 14 degrees, but Saturday, Sunday, we're expecting clear skies, blue skies, beautiful snowy weather. So let's wait and see what happens there. And now, who was that just went past us? Shall we head that way? Shall we go and get Callie Rovanperä? Is it another run for the athletes? Come on, athlete, let's go. When did this car appear? Did it just appear? Did it sneak in behind me? I think it must have done. Gregoire Munster, and that up there is Esa-Pekka Lappi, who, as I say, I think will be very much challenging for the win here this weekend. Gregoire's disappeared off, as they often do in the mornings. Let's go and have a word, though, with EP. There's a cracking little car. I'd love one of those. Look, what is that? Is that a little, what is that? A little Mazda?
Could be a Mazda. If it is a Mazda, they've won here in Sweden before.
Helps if it's got the name on the back of it, but it was a great looking little car. Morning, how are we? Always see that couple. We do know them, but I can't remember who they are. It's a terrible thing. Let's go have a word with Esa-Pekka Lappi. Come on, we're athletes. Let's get a trot jog on. Yanni Ferm putting the wee hat on. Keeping those little ears warm. Apparently you lose a huge amount of heat when it's cold through the top of your head. And that's the importance of hats. I never liked hats in the past. Still don't particularly like them, but with the old balding head these days, it's absolutely essential because it gets jolly chilly. You know, again, they've got the routines they have to go through, checking the tyre pressures, the co-drivers, making sure the blanks are removed. You know, the blanks in these conditions, certainly tomorrow when it gets down to minus 14, really important to retain that engine heat between the stages. We asked this question last time, and I knew I'd read about it. What is this brand? It isn't shock absorbers, it's exhausts. They're a very, very, very well-known exhaust manufacturer that I should have known, and apologies for that. But we put it right. Now, something's being pointed out. Yeah, these little covers. The covers over the pins to hold the bonnet, the pins to hold the boot in. Really important, because otherwise what happens? We'll take a look at, okay, not so much this morning, but our car, when we got here, having driven up the road from Stockholm, so much snow being blown up the back of the car, it was completely coated the back of the car in snow and ice. This just makes it easier for the bonnet pins to be accessed and then to be taken out. You know, if it was covered in snow and ice, you knock the snow off, you open the little hatch and you take the bonnet pin or the boot pin out. The other thing is the gaiters as well. Let's have a look. They've got gaiters on. Yeah, you know, with the amount of snow that will be on the road, what happens? Well, the snow builds up within the struts and the springs. So we see them. The same thing happens on rallies where there's a lot of mud on gravel rallies. They put those gaiters on the springs just to protect them from that build-up of mud, or in this instance, that build-up of snow. Yeah, it gets heavy, obviously. That's one point. The other point is it can restrict the operation of the spring. Let's have a little word with Yanni, see how he's feeling this morning. Yanni, very good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Lovely. It's always lovely to see your happy, smiley face. How are you boys feeling this morning? There's a big day ahead of you. There's a lot of expectation.
It's a rally day with wonderful weather, and okay, it can be shining, but still we have lots of snow and everything, so it will be a good day.
Yeah, growing up in Finland, this is the kind of rally day you dream about, isn't it? With the snow and the snowbanks and those wonderful conditions.
Exactly, and okay, this day can be tricky of the snowfalls, but what I understood, this is an outdoor sport.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. And you know what? It's tricky. It's tricky for numpties like me on the road section. These are the very best in the world, and the conditions are tricky for them as well. Best of luck, Esa-Pekka Lappi. Good luck out there today. He didn't quite have the start he wanted yesterday, Esa-Pekka Lappi, but I fully expect him to be back on form this morning. Now, we are going to continue on. We are going to try and find our world champion, Callie Rovanperä. Are we going for a run? Come on then. Well, that is Callie Rovanperä. We won't go and interrupt. Helmets are on. What does that mean? It means he's ready. He's done all his pre-stage preparations. He's comfortable with everything. They've checked the tyre pressure. They've made sure the blanks, as you can see, have come off the front of the radiator. Everything is strapped and battened down they're ready to launch themselves into the opening stage. So, folks, there we are. That's it. That's most of our top drivers heading off into the opening day proper of Rally Sweden. Brackby is the stage that they all have in front of them. What is the weather doing? Well, can you see my glasses? I can hardly see you. Look, covered in this fine layer of precipitation. Is the snow coming? It is coming. When is it coming? We're not sure. Sometime after 9 o'clock. It is now just after 9. The snow is on its way. How much snow? That is the very big question.